We are going to start. Light the candle. So we start with the opening prayer, which is on your sheets. I am now in the presence of your being, immersed in the Holy Spirit of life, love and wisdom. I acknowledge thy presence and thy power, O blessed Spirit. As I open to the flow of divine wisdom and love, I let go of any thoughts of limitation, for pure substance and love are manifesting in my world according to thy perfect law. Thank you.
The words for today are heaven on earth. The affirmation is, immersed in God's love, I experience heaven on earth. Cradling a sleeping child, sharing an evening with close friends, praying at the edge of the ocean. I enter into heavenly consciousness each moment I am at peace and one with God. During these moments, I experience true oneness. There is no sense of separation between myself and others, between myself and the world. I breathe and relax into the wonder of God's love and peace. Right where I am now, I am fully immersed in spirit. Gratefully, I acknowledge this heavenly expression is a part of my earthly experience. Allowing my mind to merge into the one mind of pure love, dissolving my being into the depths of infinite possibilities. This is heaven on earth. The Bible reading is from Matthew chapter 10, verse 7. As you go, proclaim the good news. The kingdom of heaven has come near. Let's take a few moments of silence while we breathe and relax into the wonder of God's love and peace for ourselves, here and now. Let us hold a few moments of knowing this for our friends, family and loved ones.
Thank you.
I invite everyone to read the affirmation 3 times. First, for ourselves, as it is written. Second, for others, as you, for those we hold in prayer. And thirdly, as we, to include all of us. Immersed in God's love, I experience heaven on earth.
Immersed in God's love, you experience heaven on earth.
Immersed in God's love, we experience heaven on earth.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Reveal that which needs to be revealed. Heal that which needs to be healed, so that I may glorify God. Into thy hands I commit my spirit. Thy will is my will. Heal me at death, so that I may glorify God.
For those who don't already know, a lot of my time I spend as a storyteller and sitting on the floor with very small children when I'm not at Unity and other things. So your invitation today is not to sit on the floor, don't worry, unless you wish to. It's to experience a little bit of play, creation and wonder. And we're going to start, as all things start, with a story. And the story I wish to tell you is the story of creation, as I generally tell to about 5 to 8 year olds. So, as they say, if you're sitting comfortably, then I will begin. In the beginning, at first, there wasn't anything at all, nothing. So God set to work. But he didn't use his hands or a special machine. He spoke, that's all. He said, I would like some light. And there was the light. Brighter than a summer morning or 1,000 Christmas candles. God spoke again. I'd like some sky. And there it was, and some water underneath. And surely there it was as well, a bright blue sky with the dark blue heaven above it, and the blue-green sea below. Earth, that's what God said next, hard and firm, as if he really meant it. And the blue-green waters parted, and there was the dry land, and underneath it great patches of dirt, black and brown, here and there, all over the world. We need some colour, God whispered, as if thinking out aloud, and quivering with excitement, green glowing things crept right up out of the dark earth and burst into blossom, red and orange and blue, pine trees and palm trees, rose bushes and blackberry bushes, tulips and chrysanthemums. God shouted next, day, shining sun, night, shining moon, bright, shining stars. And there it was, for morning and evening, summer and winter, time and heat and light. And after that, God called to the sky as if he was expecting some kind of answer. Come forth, flying things. And through the clouds they came, flying high and flying low, flying large and flying small, eagles and insects, hummingbirds and hawks. Then God called to the sea. Come forth, splashing things. And they came to him too, leaping right up through the waves, sailfish and swordfish, dolphins and trout, and great grinning humpback whales. And finally, God called to the earth, come forth, walking things, crawling things, running and hopping and climbing things. And sure enough, there they came, up from their burrows, down from the trees, out of the high grass and across the open plains. Now, everything was ready, good and ready, and so God spoke again. Man and woman is what he said, as if he was calling the names of his very best friends. And out of the dust came Adam and Eve to enjoy all that God had made, to take care of it for him and to talk with him. This is the way things ought to be, God said at last. And this is what I call good. Well, okay. I know you all know that story. Different versions. So, why, oh why, am I telling this story today? And why, oh why, you may be wondering, did I start with a children's story? I believe that we are all children of God. And as children of God, it's just a term. But children of God, we are creative. And when we look at the world as children, we see wonder in the world. As children of God, we are absolutely supposed to be here. We are worthy beyond doubt. And in the Bible, regardless of how we read it in unity, we were told that we were made in the likeness and image of God. So that's the first thing. The second thing is about creation and about creativity and how we can actually use that today as adults. Today is not about expecting you to become children again. We've had our childhood and that's not the way it is. But it's about the essence of childhood and the essence of how we can use play and flow in our day-to-day lives. As children of God, children of the universe, as spiritual beings, having a human experience, perhaps occasionally we forget about. Because we go our day-to-day lives, we're busy, there's the computer, the internet, there's work, all those things. But through the eyes of a child, just for this moment, we can begin to see the world in a different place. When we see the world through the eyes of a child, I think we can become more open. And I truly believe that through looking at the eyes of the world of a child, and through play and creativity, is one of the great wonders of this life, and a way of opening to God, like we do through prayer and through meditation. There are many, many different ways, and for me, it's always about drawing and art, about music, and singing and those kind of things. But some people may find this through cooking. I was speaking to someone today who actually said they find it through tidying up, the calmness of putting things into place. It may be through gardening. It may be good through going for walks in the country. Everybody has a different way.
I've always thought about this bit about being a child. I know a lot of Henry often talks about we should mature into adults, but I always look on being a child. When I look at tiny children, they have absolute faith in what you say. They ask you a question and they know that you know the answer, irrespective of whether you do or not. And I think it's that fantastic faith, because as Jesus said, with a faith the size of a grain of a mustard seed, you can move a mountain. You know, if we could get that childlike faith, that real belief, that's what I think what it's really about. And I struggle, but yeah, thank you very much. That was wonderful. So let's just give thanks for these gifts that we've shared today. Pete, could you bring the words forward?
I would be happy to. You want me to hold them up for everybody? Or, here we go, I'll tell you what, let's do that.
There you go.
That's all right, I'm familiar with the words. Oh, wait a second, oh, we got the hands thing, yeah.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as Creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
Thank you all very much.